Hello, my name is Max Bodmer and I'm a PhD student at the Open University in the UK. My PhD revolves around trying to find ways in order to restore populations of the long-spined sea urchin to the Caribbean. The long-spined sea urchin is a keystone herbivore on Caribbean coral reef ecosystems. It is able to remove the entire daily net growth of macroalgae from the reef, which in turn helps facilitate coral domination, which is really important for promoting structural complexity of the system. If you have a really complex system, then you're going to have a larger amount of living space for the biodiversity of a coral reef to be able to inhabit. So basically, if you have really healthy populations of the long-spined sea urchin, you're going to end up with a healthier Caribbean coral reef ecosystem. Diadema antillarum, or the long-spined sea urchin, was negatively affected by the impacts of a really widespread disease in the early 1980s. In 1983, the first symptoms of disease were discovered off the coast of Panama. By January 1984, all populations throughout the Caribbean had been impacted. On average, populations were reduced by between 95 to 99%, and in some areas, populations went locally extinct. Since this mass mortality event, we've seen huge increases in macroalgal coverage throughout the Caribbean. Caribbean reefs have become significantly flatter, and in turn this means that there's a significant decrease in biodiversity that is associated with this loss of the urchin species. Prior to the mass mortality event, population densities of the long-spined sea urchin were around 5 to 10 individuals per metre squared. Immediately after the mortality event, they've been reduced to just 0.0001 individual per metre squared. Recovery from this disease has been really poor. Today, populations of the long-spined sea urchin are at densities that are just 0.6% of their pre-mortality levels, and we don't really know why it is that they're failing to recover. My research involves trying to figure out the reasons why these urchins have failed to recover in order to see whether or not we can find ways to mitigate these problems and hopefully design conservation management strategies to help restore populations of the long-spined sea urchin and ultimately reintroduce those really key ecosystem services and increase coral cover, 3D complexity and biodiversity throughout the system that is pretty degraded at this point.